Pumpkins! Today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite pain in the butt, Mercury Retrograde. So, what is Mercury Retrograde? The fact that Mercury Retrograde happens is not disputable. Whether it affects us is what skeptics dispute. So, I'm not an astrologer yet. I have books on astrology, and hopefully at one point I will start to study them and eventually be able to offer astrology readings. It's not in the cards right now. Ha ha ha. Okay. So, you know when you're driving and another car is going faster than you and then it feels kind of like you're going backwards? Or you're driving faster than another car and you look in the rear view mirror and it looks like the other cars, even though they're behind you, are driving backwards, but it's just, or they're driving slower than you, and so it looks like they're going backwards. That's kind of in effect what Mercury retrograde is. It's when the planets are orbiting the sun at different rates, and so Mercury being the closest to the planet Earth goes fastest, and it takes about 4 months to go around the sun, whereas Earth obviously takes a full year to go around the sun. So when Mercury is surpassing the Earth around the sun, that is when we have Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is said to affect things like communication, electronics due to communication, and travel. Things that are I have trouble with this word, mercurial. So this is the time when the printer goes off the fritz, when you drop your phone in the toilet, when you're having glitches, when stuff is just, especially with our world being so communication based around technology, this causes a lot of issues, and this has been causing me issues the past week as Mercury has been in retrograde. So normally I have a servitor which I use for Mercury retrograde protection. I call him Freddy Mercury Retrograde, and he looks exactly like Freddie Mercury, and he is fed by powered up, charged up by listening to Queen songs really, really loud. So my neighbor, she says she doesn't hear anything from me. I hope she likes Queen, because 3 times a year, there's a lot of Queen. We will get into, on a Magic Monday, making servitors at some point. A servitor is basically an energy being that you create. So, and it does stuff for you. It's sometimes called a fetch. It's a little bit different than a thought form or an egregore or a tulpa. If you've seen Supernatural, you know what a tulpa is. It's not a tulpa. Yeah, that was a terrible impression. If you haven't watched Supernatural, oh my god, go watch Supernatural. I actually had a steamy dream about Dean Winchester last night. Anyways, so yeah, I have a regular client who is lovely, and she has been so patient with me. I think that if she was not a regular, that she maybe would not be as patient. But this is like the 4th time that we've had to reschedule her reading because of stuff going on. We were going to do the reading last week, and then my fire alarm was going off. There was no fire in my building, but my neighbor's kids accidentally set off the alarm. Everybody's fine. But yeah, so the reading, or the fire alarm it's not just like a smoke detector that you can wave the air away and the noise stops. The superintendent had to come in. He doesn't live in the building. Had to get the message on his phone and then come over and unlock the box and then turn off the turn off the fire alarm. So it was going off for 4 hours. Good morning to you too, Caroline. So we rescheduled then, and then, yeah, the day that I had that dream about my friend and made the video with me, bawling my eyes out on camera. Thank you so much for your patience with that one. Yeah, that was that morning, so we rescheduled then, and we rescheduled for this morning. However, last night, a certain adorable beagle knocked a glass of wine over on my laptop. So I didn't have access to a laptop, and I can turn it on, but half of the keyboard and the mouse doesn't work. So if I type, it just types gibberish, or the touchpad mouse thing, and I don't have an extra mouse or keyboard right now. A friend of mine has one, and then Monday I'm going to pick up my old computer from my dad's house, and so it'll all be good then. But for right now, I don't have really access to a computer. So I tried downloading the Zoom app, and then I didn't have enough room on my phone, so I had to go through and delete a bunch of crap on my phone. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to save this video to be able to post. But yeah, so that's a thing. Yeah, so we tried, so her appointment was at noon Eastern Standard Time. She is in Europe, so she couldn't, she doesn't want to do it like super late, because I think, my time on Saturdays, I think, goes until 4 or 5 p.m., but that's like, the wee hours of the morning for her. So we tried rescheduling, and then I accidentally set up 2 emails, or 2 Zoom appointments, and then I entered the wrong one, and then she couldn't get into the right one, and then so I rescheduled it for an hour later, and then from my phone, the Zoom app wanted to access email, but it couldn't access my Outlook, which is what I use for my business stuff, so I had to use my Gmail. So I sent an email through my Gmail, then I took Merlin out for a spin around the block, and then I get back, I log into Zoom for the appointment, and then I find out the email didn't go through, and so yeah, we've rescheduled again for Tuesday. Cheryl, thank you for your patience. I am so sorry. So yeah, I need to be calling on my Mercury Retrograde servitor and to be protecting myself against the wrath that Mercury Retrograde plans. So we can't. So Mercury Retrograde lasts for usually 3.5 weeks, 3 times a year. It's a pain in the butt. We can't just stop living and doing our stuff while this is going on. So yeah, if you've got a way to protect yourself against Mercury retrograde, awesome. This is the time of year where it's great to do backups on your computer, to do extra proofreading, double, triple, quadruple proofreading, because this is the time when you're gonna have like a autocorrect spelling error that is going to change the meaning of the entire email. This is the time when you want to, be very, very clear with what you're saying, because misspeaks are afoot. Misspeaks abound. If you have a chance to have a choice of when to schedule a vacation, you actually do not want to schedule it during Mercury retrograde if you are traveling, because yeah, this is the time of flat tires and your gas gauge breaks and you think you have a tank full of gas and you run out of gas at the side of the road. This is all Mercury retrograde stuff, so like double, triple, quadruple checking all of that, and that helps a lot. But yeah, so that is Mercury retrograde. We are currently in Mercury retrograde. It started earlier this week and is continuing for 3.5 weeks, and then usually after there's like a hangover before it goes completely direct. So yeah, so direct is when yeah, it's kind of well ahead of us again. So that's a thing. That's Mercury retrograde. Think of it like the weather. It's not going to control everything in your life, but it might make things inconvenient. So if you can plan around it, great. If not, you just kind of have to live with it. All right. Take care, pumpkins. Wash your face. Wash your face. There we go with the misspeaks. But I do that, once a week anyway. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Stay 6 feet away from anyone who you don't live with. Proofread your emails and texts before you send them. Make sure that you are not sending compromising pictures to the wrong person, like sending your boss an inappropriate photo. Yeah, I know, I'm trying to wrap up. Funny story. So I never realized how close the G and the T are on a keyboard until a Mercury retrograde when I was sending a, reply all work email and ended it with regards, which I thought was regards. However, the G and the T are right beside each other, and I ended up accidentally calling everyone in the reply all stream the R word. So yeah, proofread before you hit enter, and yeah, have a great day, pumpkins, and I will talk to you soon. I have a few videos I want to make this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to have proper computer. My ring light is USB, and I don't have a USB on my phone, so the lighting's off, and if I open the window, then it looks like I'm recording from heaven, so alright. Have a great day, pumpkins. Stay safe.